What is up, everybody? Hans is right here. Today is Sunday, so let's not talking about anything related to study or personal development. Let's talk about a game. I played games since when I was a teenager. I played a lot of FPS game. I play Call of Duty. I play GTA, and I read a lot of science fictions. And today I finally found a game that I really loved. I don't usually play game, but this game is truly like breathtaking. Like Keanu Reeves, the mention about the breathtaking. Yes, Cyberpunk 2077, and this game is so touched. Not about the contents inside, or not about the open world, not about the details, but the story itself. It's the sci-fi crazy super fan of sci-fi me. I feel so touched. When I play the game, you can say every details, the world itself, the classical version of Cyberpunk. I'll describe it in this game. Probably you just feel not perfect because this game. Early versions have a lot of bugs. I know, like even Jack just to get a shape from your hand. It's not a shape, it's a gun. Just rather give you a gun. It's really kill the sometimes of the storylines, and you don't have the mood to play at all. But lately, once you read a book of William Gypsen's book Neuromance, and read the Snow Crash, you start to understand a lot of cyber things. You can exactly say this is what William Gypsen described. And Blade Runners, or like a lot of classical version of books, how the biotech, how the artificial intelligence described in this world. It's like the world that is a little bit dark. The companies control the world. And what interesting part of the game Cyberpunk 2077 is that you can see even like the name of the city has been described from William Gypsen's book, Nice City. Welcome to Nice City. This is a place where you can earn a lot of money. You can get freedom. You can just easily you can become a legend in the city. It's like even like a V. Jackie, they started the mission. It's a mission that just tried to stole a really incredible bio shape from some companies. This is the storylines from William Gypsen's another story called it's a story, I forgot the name. And when you play the game, you can see the Judy's the dream editor, and this already described in William Gypsen's another book called Winter. I forgot the name of that. It's something that truly describe how the things working, and this is from the classical dynamical destined, or like how to describe this, like classical world, the cyberpunk in the early 80s. And the storylines, you can always find that there are a lot of Japan elements or even Eastern Asian elements or cultures inside of cyberpunk. Why this happening? Especially right now, when you see China, you see the city Shenzhen or Guangzhou or like Shanghai or somewhere between Hong Kong or Auckland or some places like this. You say, this is cyberpunk, this new cyberpunk. Why? Because you can see the highest buildings, tall buildings, metropolitans, something like this. And all because also like in the Western world, people always have think, Eastern world is like little bit mysteries. You don't know what happened in the inside of the Eastern Asians. Because Eastern Asians in general, they develop really fast, like in the 80s. Japan's cultures, Sony, like MP3, DVD cultures, or like cartoons or comics. Those type of cultures directly like implemented in other people's brand. And America sometimes feel worried about this, so they won't think this. They are the biggest competitors or something like this. And this is the world that where like capitalism is developed so fast that the power of company got higher and higher. Just as recently you can see Facebook can directly block Donald Trump's account, you can just realize that companies right now is so powerful that in the future, maybe 50 years or in the cyberpunk's world, companies' power is the dominant. It can be a part of the country's power. So you can see when you play the game, like even like Neil Stephenson's book Snow Crash, actually it's the franchise like McDonald's. That type of companies actually control the whole country, and the people are living in the cyber space, where the VR space, then explore something like that. This is a huge amount of a background. So, well, I don't think like dramatically you gave all the power to the capitalism is good. I think it's all requires a balance. Well, I don't talk about politics, but I think balance is quite important. And then when the power is limited, is not controlled dramatically, human beings, our nature, like our every people, like normal people, will have this type of freedom to control their life, to have like a little bit spirit life. That's what Johnny Silverhands will fight for. That's a storyline that I truly liked. And when you play this game, there's a lot of different skills. You can just add a new skills inside of the game. You can enjoy the storylines. You can read what you are negotiating with or interact with each NPCs. It's a really great feeling. So if you haven't played the game before, go ahead and try this game and enjoy this game. It's worth the price, and now it's fixing different versions, so it's perfect trying. And what I want to tell you is, when you finish this game, pick up Willam Gibson's books, pick up some Neil Stephenson's Cyberpunk's books, read them, and enjoy the story. And I don't want to talk a lot, and I don't want to say too much. And I think both the storylines has a meaning. You can finally, when you play this game, either choose V's world or you decide to let Johnny Silverhand control their all body. It all makes sense, because in some part there's no perfect ending, except I think V finally, male versions of V finally get back to Panin's world. They decide to go back with Panin to the desert. That's a perfect stories. You can just choose that type of line, and it's like, oh, I'm from desert and go back to desert. It's fucking cool, man. And you can choose that type of storylines and play more about the branch line, different type of lines. You will still understand the different stories. And another part, literally the last part I love, is the multiple cultures. You can see when you play the Cyberpunk 2077, you can see the different like African cultures, and like Jackie's Spanish culture, and Eastern Asian culture, like whites, a lot of different cultures combined. It's multiple elements, multiple dimensions inside of the game, and you can see all this is it's the cyberpunk. It's not just narrow cyberpunk. It's open cyberpunk. It's like Shakespeare's book. It's like William Shakespeare's. There's this 1,000. What is name of the? You can play 1,000 of a cyberpunk. You get 1,000 different cyberpunk in your mind. Finally, I hope you have fun with this game. Have fun with your Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. I'm so pumped, and I'm super fan of Keanu Reeves, and I'm super fan of the game. It's amazing, man. Check this out, and have a wonderful day. I see you on the next one. All right, next one I'm gonna keep studying, keep learning, keep sharing data analysis. I see you on the next one. Peace.